Part 3. Shadows in the Attic. Panic surged through Alyssa as she backed away from the attic door, her phone still clutched tightly in her hand. The logical side of her brain screamed at her to leave the house, to call the police, to do anything but stay. But a part of her, the part gripped by a morbid curiosity, needed to know what was happening. "Who is this?" she texted back, her fingers shaking. She waited, staring at the screen, but no reply came. Another creak echoed from the attic, louder this time. It was followed by a low, guttural noise that sounded almost like laughter. Alyssa's knees wobbled, but she forced herself to move closer to the door. She pressed her ear against it, her pulse pounding in her head. The scratching had stopped, replaced by the sound of faint footsteps moving away from the door and toward the far end of the attic. She knew she should leave, but her hand moved on its own, reaching for the knob. This time, when she turned it, the door creaked open. The stairs leading up to the attic were steep and narrow, and the air smelled musty and damp. Alyssa hesitated at the bottom step, her phone's flashlight illuminating the way. She could see the tops of old furniture covered in dusty sheets, but the rest of the attic was swallowed in darkness. She climbed slowly, each step creaking beneath her weight. As she reached the top, her flashlight swept across the room. For a moment, there was nothing but the shapes of forgotten trunks and furniture. And then, in the far corner, a figure moved. It was the man from the photograph, tall, thin, and pale as death. His hollow eyes locked onto hers, and he took a slow step forward, his movements jerky and unnatural. Alyssa stumbled back, her flashlight flickering, and as the light failed completely, she heard his voice. "Why did you come here?"
Like and follow for part 4.